Hi, Beth.
Hi, Georgie. What's wrong, my love?
I just want to introduce the podcast.
You seem so sad today.
I'll introduce it for you. You ready?
Why so sad?
Welcome to the Unfiltered Bride Podcast. It's really nice to have you all here, and I appreciate you listening.
I feel like we need some sad music.
No, I'm actually trying to make a point because shit MCs sound just like that.
I was like, oh, what's wrong, honey? We need
I
to
don't
cheer
think
you
I'm
up.
sad. I don't know.
You are a bit off today.
Time of the month, I don't know.
Bit quiet. Really?
No, I don't know. I don't have periods.
Oh. I'm
not menopausing before you start saying that because I'm older than you.
I was going to say preggers, but all right.
I'm definitely not preggers. There's more chance of menopause than pregnant. I had a dream the other day that I didn't know that I was pregnant with twins and then had twins.
At a wedding?
No, I wasn't at a wedding. But shall I tell you what did come into my head? Is that I was like, oh, fine, cool. I've got weddings Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm fine. Brian can have the babies Thursday,
Dedication.
Saturday, Sunday. I literally remember dreaming that. And then I also have a wedding in Italy. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just take the baby.
Okay,
Take
great.
babies or two. So I could take one and he could look after one.
Well, that's all well and good, but you're not. So
You're definitely not.
we're talking about MCs today.
We are. A bit of MCs, bit of general chat, you know.
Okay, let's roll it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome,
The Unfiltered Bride Podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
Let's roll it. I've never said let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
Yeah, brother.
Brother.
Anyway.
I spend too much of my life on TikTok.
I know. Oh, I thought you were busy, hun.
Yeah, this is what confuses me.
I'm so busy, but I can watch TikTok.
I reckon I need like a doctor's appointment to get my energy levels up. I reckon I need some B12 or something.
You need not a doctor's appointment.
What do I need then? Yeah, you have to be prescribed.
No, you need to go and have a booster thing.
Yeah, but you got to have it
B12.
prescribed.
Not from the doctor, you don't.
You do.
No, you go to a special place. You don't ring up your GP and be like, hiya, can I have a drip, please?
Right, you can get fucked. I'm going to Google now. Maybe I don't.
There's like beauticians that do
I
it.
need a B12. Do I need prescriptions? Are only available by prescription following a clinical diagnosis of low levels.
I think there's a different one, isn't there, that you can get? Anywho, on that note, MTs. What is an
I'm
MC?
still Googling. No, I want to do something else first. I found a TikTok that I want to show you that I thought was... Do you watch Bridgerton?
No. Sorry, hun, I'm a little bit busy.
Do you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
No, not anymore.
What do you watch then?
Nothing. Wedding season, hun. Straight to bed. No night.
You get home at like 1.
Don't fuck me off. This is what she said. This the other episode. You have like half a day, right? So once I've travelled,
I didn't say I have half a day. That's not what I said.
Travelled back 2 hours. Who
Yeah.
do you think's got unloading the van? Who do you think's
Okay,
getting
so you're
the
home
van
by 5.
ready for the next?
You're home by 5.
I fucking left at 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You start earlier, but you're home by 5. So what are you doing between 5 and 10?
Sleeping.
No, shut up.
I'm knackered.
So anyway, I will fill you in on Bridgerton. Have you not watched any seasons of Bridgerton?
Sorry, I think I've got hay fever.
Do you know what? You are given hay fever today. I think maybe I am on my period because everybody is pissing me off.
It's not me today. I'm trying to help you.
I know, just know everything.
It's Brian. Blame Brian, not me.
It's not even Brian.
We
I
had
don't know what's
to
wrong.
make a vote earlier about something, and me and Brian agreed, and Georgie's like, fine. I voted, but I don't agree.
That's not how I speak.
That is how Bridgerton people speak. I don't agree, darling.
Well, you said you haven't watched it.
I've watched
See,
it a little
I'm
bit.
sick of these liars.
I think I watched one episode, then I got bored.
No, it's good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically it's about this lady who, there's a big ball that happens. You just get off your phone. I can already see you zoned out, mate, and you need a bit of background to get this. Right. It's about a ball and everybody's trying to couple up and stuff like that. It's basically Love Island. It's a fancier Love Island for you. And then a newspaper is printed every night that talks about then who the top girl is and who the top boy is at this thing. So the newspaper is like the key part of it. Now I'm going to play you my TikTok.
Okay.
You guys I have a client that is lady whistle downing their wedding. Yes, I just made that
Bridgerton
term
go.
up. I have never seen this done at a wedding. I'm sure maybe it's been done, but me personally, I have never seen it or heard of it happening. They have hired somebody, a family friend, to create a midnight post. And we all see the newlywed post, the wedding newspaper, very trendy. But those are usually printed ahead of time. They're at cocktail hour, they're at the wedding. This is literally being printed at midnight, and it is going to be slipped under the doors of everybody that is staying at their hotel. And what's in the newspaper, you say? It's all pictures and stories from the wedding day. These people are onto something. I do not know why I never thought of this. How fun will it be to wake up to a newspaper filled with pictures and stories and all the things that happened on the wedding day? And I was curious. I'm like, how is this person getting the pictures and the stories? Are they a guest? No. It's a family friend they hired who was not invited to the wedding, who created a custom email. There are going to be spots at the wedding with a QR code asking people to submit photos and stories of what's going on the wedding day. They have until midnight to submit the stories. The person is then taking the pictures and stories, creating a little newspaper, printing it, and delivering it to the hotel.
I love that idea.
It's fucking genius, isn't it?
I love it.
Yeah. But what?
But
What?
I think you need somebody there.
I
to
don't really
capture-
get. I would have had somebody there.
Because you see the QR codes a lot, and sometimes people have like 2 photos and some people have like 2,000. Like
Totally
it
agree.
doesn't sometimes work.
I would want a guest who then is committed to staying there until past midnight.
Yeah.
That then has it printed at the venue. I don't know. I don't know where they go and print it. But I
think you need to be in the thick of it.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get the good goss.
And stir the goss as well.
Yeah.
Like drop stories. I think that's brilliant.
I love that idea. That's
good.
so cool.
Yeah. I'm all for that. And then all the
Would
little
you do it
sneaky
for
pictures.
people? In your premiere in?
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to print it is the only problem. You'd have to buy the right paper early enough. You'd have to have paid for like the printers, the paper and lots of ink, and then just because it wouldn't take that long to actually print it.
No.
I would be able to write them. It's the printing that would be an issue.
Maybe you're the person that
I could be Lady Whistledown. Yeah.
feeds the information
Yeah.
to
Little
the
feeder.
person.
I just thought that was such a good idea.
I love that. It's really cool.
Again, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it in every single episode that we do. Everything is possible at a wedding. Everything. Might cost you a little bit more money. Might compromise some other things. Might mean your timing's different. All is fine. It's all worth it. Bridgerton style.
I like that. I like stuff that that sounds so simple. I like stuff.
I like stuff at weddings.
Real stuff that's happened. Like people are gonna be like, oh my god, no way. How did they do that?
Yes.
Like, how did they do that? How did they get all that information?
Yeah,
How
who
did they
was
get it
it?
printed? Who did it?
Yeah,
Like,
I would never want to say who the
Yeah.
person was that wrote them. Oh, that's so good. Such a
It's
good
like a
idea.
little burn book from the wedding.
Is a little burn book. Oh, you could. No, that's mean.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be.
You don't promote that.
No bitchiness, please, everybody. Anyway,
We promote bitches from a bride.
yeah, but that's
Allowed,
different.
all right?
It's different. We make the rules. It's our podcast. So I want to talk about MCs, and the reason I would like to talk about. What are you looking at?
Just see what your tops.
Why are you always reading my top?
Because you've always got a top that has words on.
Melrose. It's all American stuff. I don't know why.
LA.
LA, baby. Have you been to LA?
No, I really want to.
It's good. Enjoyed LA.
Yeah.
LA, baby.
What's wrong, bro?
Right.
Left.
Stop looking at my boobs. You're literally just. I can't concentrate when you're looking at my boobs.
I'm not looking at your boobs.
like
I was
talking to
looking at your
Brian.
ring actually when you were poking it down. It
So
sparkled.
I've changed my ring a little bit. Have you noticed?
No. It's not stacked.
It's a little stack.
There's not 3. So
So
you moved one across.
I moved my wedding band across to the other finger and then I twisted the bent.
what a way to say I'm not married.
Thank you, Brian. And then I twisted my bent one to be a straight, so that it's bent on the back, straight here, so that my engagement ring sits on top of that. Just mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
It's cool, isn't it? And then I can just put it back when I want to put it back.
I wonder what Holly thinks of that.
She'd be fine with it because I've now made option 2. I could make option 3 where I just put this sparkly one with the sparkly engagement ring. I could put Isla's ring on the other finger. I can see whatever I want.
All right, switching it up.
I know. Thank you. Right. I would like to talk about MCs. And I would
1
like...
to 2 to 3 to 4.
We did this on the last episode. Boring. Brian, can you
come and beatbox?
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a rap.
I'm honestly, guys, every time I put a video up, you ask me if I'm engaged. No! It's the ring my mum got me for my 21st birthday. I think it's my 18th, actually.
It's on the wrong hand, guys.
It's on the wrong hand. No, my ring's not on the wrong hand. No, my ring is on the wrong hand. It's not my engagement ring. But in any photos, it looks like it is. I promise you will be the first to know.
We will sponsor the post that goes out to say that she's engaged.
You're all detectives, so I love it though.
Okay, Brian, can you come and beatbox me? I find a random poem called I'll Be There For You by Louise Cudden.
Come on, Bri.
And you're gonna beatbox and I'm gonna rap it.
Take a seat. Do you want to sit here?
Just to be clear, guys, this is not so I found a poem on Rock My Wedding called Marriage. But instead of just saying the poem, we're gonna rap it. Drop me a beat, Brian. Marriage is like giving and taking, forgiving, forsaking, kissing and loving and pushing and shoving and caring and sharing and screaming and swearing and being together whatever the weather and being driven to the end of your tether. About sweetness and kindness and wisdom and blindness. I need it faster now. It's like being strong when you're feeling quite weak. It's like being nothing when you're dying to speak. It's like being wrong when you're knowing you're right.
Out of breath.
I thought that was really good. It's also a very sweet poem if you don't rap it. And I'm sorry if anybody is having that reading at their wedding and we've just ruined it. In the end, it says, never heeding advice that always well meant, never counting the cost until it's all spent. And for you two, today is about to begin. And for all the twos that you had put in, some days filled with joy and some days with sadness. Too late, you'll discover that marriage is madness. Oh, shit. I didn't quite go out how I thought it was going to. Never mind. Okay, worry not, everybody. Beth back.
Woo!
Oh, Jesus. If people listen to that with headphones on, they're done.
Well done, Brian, star of the show.
What the hell? Do you know what? I'm actually sick of Brian. And do you know what, Brian? I thought about this the other day because it's my nan's birthday this week, and I said about him making a cake. You're not making the cake. I'm making the cake.
Why?
Because I'm just sick of... Brian gets all the credit for everything. I'm sick of it.
He does a lot.
Sick of it. I won't have it anymore.
Sorry, honey, you ain't the star of the show anymore. Brian is. Oh, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay.
I can fake cry.
Anyway, on that note, MCs.
Sorry, right, okay.
Do you need a professional beatboxer as your MC?
Well, it's available. So I've got to get my notes out because I have got to tell you. So I met a fan at a wedding the other day. Like a proper fan, she was hilarious. And her husband was the MC. So she was called Izzy, shout out, because she was like, oh my God, I'd die. So here we are. And then her husband, Tom, who...
Izzy and Tom, what
Izzy
a duo.
And as far as MCs go, he fucking nailed it.
Oh, go on, Tom.
He
Tommy boy.
Nailed it. And we were talking about it, and then I was like, do you know what? We do need a whole episode about MCs on the podcast.
Okay, so... why did he nail it?
Well, let's go back slightly to what an MC is. First of all, and I've got to say this, and I apologise, but when people spell it EMCEE, gives me the ick.
What?
CEE. It's how it's spelt when you're like writing it.
So, right. What?
So someone will message and say, hi, I'm an MC, like a professional MC, and they spell it EMCEE. And I'm like, EMC. That's how it's like.
Email.
EMC. That is how it's like spelled.
Oh, I just put MC.
Well, yeah, Master of Ceremonies.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah, I know, but MC also, like Google it. It comes up as...
No, MC, because I feel like it's abbreviated from Master of Ceremonies.
I agree, but they call it that, and I'm just...
MC.
Gives me ick vibes. So...
You're an ick.
You're really pushing me today.
Oh my God, do you see Girls Aloud touring?
Yeah, that was really sad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was upset about that.
Yeah. Because one of the band members had died, by the way.
Lovely tribute to her, though.
Really nice tribute. MCs, Master of Ceremonies. Right. You can do two things here. And the first thing you can do is pick someone who announces you into the room, and that is the only role they do. Fine, cool. Let's park that one over here as absolutely an option. Happens at most weddings. Cool, fab. Or you can do what we're going to talk about in this episode and really, really have an MC.
So are you talking about friends and family MC or
friends and family?
A professional one?
Always friends and family MC. Sorry.
Bold
sorry.
statement. And why?
Personal opinion. I just think...
why?
My opinion, my podcast. I just personally think it, first of all, looks better when it's someone that you know.
Agreed.
They're in the photos, and in 20 years' time, you'll be like, oh, look, it's MC Tom.
So are you not feeling the red coat?
Oh, not feeling the red coat. It's not for me.
You need to whisper a bit louder.
It's not for me, that. I'm not a huge Toastmaster, but that's my personal opinion.
Okay, what's the difference between a Toastmaster and
Same thing.
MC?
Same thing. So they're either called EMCs, MCs, Master of Ceremonies, or Toastmasters. All the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not for me, personally. Just, do you? Do you like it?
I need more reasons why. You can't throw a statement out and not back it up. We need evidence.
I just don't like it. I just like it when it's a mate.
So I'm hear you, hun. I hear you, hun.
Yeah.
However, when we met Bex the celebrant at WedX,
Different, but yes.
I think she does
MCing. Yeah.
I quite like the modern spin on it all.
I still just think it's better when it's somebody in your group.
What about when you do it?
I'm not doing it. I'm not good enough to do it, which is why I don't want to do it.
Okay.
I would do it for a mate's wedding. If you asked me to be an MC of your wedding, I'd fucking nail it.
Okay, go on then.
Okay, what do you mean?
What's your first announcement?
Oh, I don't know. That's
Come
what
on. Come on.
No, because, so I tell you why. Because I wouldn't be just doing it all day. I would have written things. So,
Yeah, okay. What are you going to...
Well, let's talk about all the announcements.
Announce me into the room.
I would do the
No, go on.
podcast one.
Go on.
No,
Go
I
on then. Go on.
No, because I would have a full-on... I'd
No,
have a speech
come
in
on.
it. Ladies and gentlemen.
No, I need energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? My name is Georgie. I am the most popular host of the Unfiltered Bride podcast. And next up is the second most popular host. We have some birthday for Beth. Woo!
What about Jack?
Oh, look, there's Jack.
Of course, Georgie would make it all about her.
No, I actually wouldn't. But I would take the role of MC very seriously, though, which is what my mate Tom did. So I want to talk about first of all, the things that they need to say. Secondly, I want to talk about who you pick. And then thirdly, I want to just talk about little spicy bits that they can do. So let's think about all the announcements that an MC can make.
Mm-hmm.
First one I think they do is confetti.
Disagree.
Do you reckon? What one before that, or you wouldn't get them doing confetti?
One before that.
What's that one?
Please take your seats for the ceremony.
I feel like the ceremony part is more vicar. Well, okay, sorry. I was picturing church.
Mm-hmm, yeah, don't be judgy.
I was picturing church because Tom was the MC of a church wedding, so that's why I'm in.
You're literally
I'm in
like
that
Tom.
As far as MCs go, it was very,
Izzy,
very, very
I'd watch
good.
out.
No, Izzy. Like,
I'd
you
watch
can have
out.
him.
She's coming for Tommy boy. Professional flirting.
That is an example where I was professionally flirting.
In front of Izzy.
Izzy was professionally flirting right back with me.
Okay, all right.
We were all flirting.
Little weird threesome vibe going
I'm okay with it. So, yes, I agree. Later, I feel like the ceremony part is more serious.
Yeah.
I always think the ceremony bit should be a bit more serious. So we just asked everyone to be seated. Then we have confetti. Confetti is you can do it, but not essential.
Yeah.
So
a lot of photographers do it, but I think it's nicer for somebody else to do it.
what I would like them to do is for wherever you're exiting from the confetti is that the MC would come out and say, ladies and gentlemen, go wild for the new Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell. And then they walk out. That's quite a nice little introduction because the confetti is, if you're not in a church, you're trying to recreate that walking out of the church just married feel.
Okay.
So I like that bit. They can do that bit. Then we get to everybody seating. So I would like you to picture our wedding, not our wedding, but the wedding I was at the other day with MC Tom. They were all out on this patio and he was stood, we got him to stand on the stairs that walked up to the marquee. So he was stood there. He did a few housekeeping rules. Funny when they come from an MC. Where the toilets are. What else did he say? Yeah, so it's just like fire exit. And he said something funny like, and if there is a fire, just hop into the pool. So like funny, but still, no, seriously, guys, this is what you need to do. He then sent everybody in. Everybody went in and got seated. Those ones are all, again, still nice to have. Now we're into like proper MC role. So this one is the most important role of an MC. This is the moment to shine for that person. They basically have to introduce you into the room. That's it.
Okay.
That's the main part of it.
How did Tommy boy do it?
How did Tommy boy do it? He got everybody upstanding. He got their napkins waving.
How? I want to know how.
Oh, I don't think I recorded it.
You're giving Tom all this credit and you're
Sorry,
like, oh,
no, I know, but it wasn't just Tom. It wasn't just, it was... No, I didn't record. But I would like to show you how cool it looked. There's our Tom.
Go on, Tommy boy, wave that napkin.
You wave that napkin.
Right, so I need to know how we did that.
So he said something along the lines of, ladies and gentlemen, please can you all be upstanding, get your napkins in your hand and wave them around your head. And he was showing you what you have to show it. You need to be stood there with your napkin, waving it around your head. And then he said, let's go wild. I'm so proud to introduce for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell. And then they come in, the song plays, which they had Fucking in the Bushes.
Sorry?
Fucking in the Bushes.
I've never heard that. Play that.
Okay.
Fucking in the Bushes.
Fucking in the Bushes.
Oh.
But I think as a couple, that song you pick there,
It's got to be
big
the one.
move.
Big move. Big statement. Bold statement. Don't just any other song. It's got to be...
We'll get to the right bit. Hold on.
Fucking in the Bushes. Strong.
People know it, like, but you just didn't know it.
What other walking songs are good?
I like Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. My name is
H to the O. Yeah, what else?
Into the bizzles. I was more boring though. I didn't come in full hype.
Why?
I just didn't feel like being full hype.
Okay.
Wasn't. And again, some people aren't napkin wavers. We weren't a napkin waving gang. So this was my wedding the other week, and they had like a roaming band in the daytime. So we hadn't organised this, but I went and spoke to the roaming band, and I was like, guys, can you play them in? Because it'd be way funner. So if you've got any live music, they are more than likely going to play you in. So we did this one. Actually, I'll let you hear the introduction as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please be upstanding?
Woo!
Napkins up, wave them around your head, and please welcome for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Sam and Francis.
I just think
That walking song has got to be mega.
that
Any
moment
more?
is very missed by some people. I think I missed it too much myself
to
as well.
put like a spin on it. Like, you know, we said, whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop, like the fun bits.
Yes. Brian, what song would you want to come into? Do you remember what song we did come into? Wow. No. Do you not remember our entrance song? Interesting. You've got the love.
How do you feel about wedding ones?
Well, that's what some of the ones I did. Like Marry You, Bruno Mars is a...
Yeah, it's classic, but it should have been like...
Yeah. Again, I've got to have it. It's got to be really meaningful for them. I need the reason why. I want the why. That song and that introduction is important. Even if you go chill, that's fine, but get the chill right.
Okay, great. So we've got entrance announcements. Does the MC announce speeches?
Yes.
Okay.
So normally, and again, timeline matters because Tommy Boy did an introduction for
back
each.
to Tommy, yeah.
Tommy Boy did an introduction for each speech, but didn't just. You would have loved it because it was the same as, you know, when you get to play a song before each
Yay!
person.
Come on, tell me all of them.
It was like he would do the dad, and he was like known as the King of the North, known like a little bit of banter.
Okay, I want to hear more.
I tell you what he did say.
Go on then.
And he was like, "Oh, I hope people don't think I was mean, but I did check with the bride." He was like, he said something along the lines of how wonderful she was, and blah, blah, blah. He was like, "And I love you more than anything because you're the only person who needs to find a size 12 in female footwear or something." Everyone was just like,
And she got big feet.
she must have big feet, yeah. Which I thought was funny.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah.
She said yes. Like, so he was almost the like, you know, in a roast,
Yeah.
when they're then the people that are introducing them and they do a little skit.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed it.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but it
What
gave a nice
songs
intro.
did they have for speeches? I
They
bet you
didn't
can't
do songs
remember.
in between.
Oh, okay.
They did the speeches, which then introduced. But it was nice to have somebody who was in charge of getting everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Because it's really awkward doing a speech as the groom, for example, and you're like, hello, sorry, hello, yes, shh. Like, you don't want to do that bit. Somebody else's job is to hype everyone up, calm everybody down, and tell them where to go. They're the main roles of the MC. So he introduced each speech. He then introduced, and for me, it's great because it means I've got someone I can go over to and say, I need you to say this now.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to tell everyone that So at the end of the last speech, which was after food, so they did 2 at the start of food and 2 at the very end of food, he then came on the microphone after and was like, ladies and gentlemen, the bar is now open, there's tea and coffee being served outside, and we'll meet back here at 8 for the first dance. Boom, done, thank you. But it was just... And then he introduced the cake cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. A few minutes later, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut the... He said another
Did he have a microphone? Or
He
did you
did have a microphone,
Okay.
yeah. But he probably could have done it without it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some MCs can do it without it. But he, even before the cake cutting, did a little spiel, thanked the suppliers in his little spiels. Like it was very well done. And he'd clearly written a little bit about each thing.
Tommy boy, we need your
script.
We need your script, Han.
Yeah. Because it was... But... This is why I think we'll come on to who you pick for an MC. But finding someone who can give a little bit of spiel, a little bit of fun, just to... Do you know what I mean? All of the formalities of a wedding can be like, meh. But if you've got somebody talking about them, it's way more fun.
Give me 3 icks when it comes to an MC. Like professional or friend, like 3 things that you see.
Lack of confidence.
Yeah.
If you have agreed to do it, you better be confident or better pretend to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter. Nobody can tell the difference anyway. But you cannot go, ladies and gentlemen, can you be upset? Like you just say it.
Mm-hmm.
Ding your glass, shout at them. Like you've
Oh,
got
do you like a glass ding?
I like a glass ding.
Okay.
I think it's classy.
How do you feel about a bell?
It's the same as a gong for me. A bell, again, depends on the setting. If you're in the right place, that one that I showed you a second ago was a bell, and it didn't feel weird because they were in a very grand hall. I wouldn't want a bell in a barn. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more gong in a barn, isn't it? But I also like it when people have the gong sometimes because you can tell they're really excited to do it, and it scares everybody.
Fair.
How do you feel about a whistle?
No. Sorry, I'm not playing rounders.
Not that kind of whistle.
No, I'm not at a football match. No.
I like to do that a few times at weddings.
No, I don't like that.
I don't love it. It wouldn't be my recommendation. But if you're outside, it's kind of all you got.
No, I think, yeah. Fine.
Yep.
No.
What were we on? Icks.
My icks
Yeah,
whistling.
not being confident. Number 2 would be not knowing what you're saying. Come and speak to me. I would come and speak to them anyway, but make sure you know what you're saying and what the point is of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if I've said to someone, you can say that the bar is open, the point of that is that I want people to move from there. So you can ad-lib whatever you want to say, but get them from here to there. That's what you need to do. And number 3 would be being drunk. A drunk MC, like, and I mean drunk, I don't mean tipsy.
It's like, boo, get off.
Yeah, I'm just like, you've got a job to do. You can have drinks throughout the day, but you can start drinking when your last one is done.
You're allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed. No, I don't want to hate today. I'm not feeling it. So yeah, it's just like, everybody must know somebody at their wedding who is pretty confident.
So we did a wedding and their toastmaster, he was great, like funny, like he was like the class clown of the friendship group, and he was
he a family member or a professional
friend?
Right, yeah.
Perfect. And they got him a toast hat. So basically it was a toast with the face cut out. So
a piece of toast.
A piece of toast.
Yeah.
And the photos are hilarious.
This is what I mean. Like, make
and he'd
it
just
a thing.
come to me and be like, what do I need to say now? Or I'd be like, say this, do this, get this done.
I think it's genuinely, like, I would be honoured if somebody asked me to be a toastmaster, like a MC at their wedding. I would take it very seriously and find out. First, you need to find out how much you can say, and you need to, if you're asking someone to be an MC, you can say, I want you to introduce each speech. Please, can you do a little like introduction about us and stuff like that? If they can do a little spiel about everybody doing a speech, then perfect, because it just hit so well. It hit really well.
Okay, so how do you pick those people?
Okay, so we need somebody that, first of all, is there all day. Ovs. We need somebody who is confident. We need somebody who's funny. They've got to have a bit of bants. Like, it can't be, unless you want super serious, but most people want a bit of
light-hearted fun.
Yeah. And they need to be, do they need to be known?
I don't think so. I think that type of personality will make themselves known.
I agree. It's that you want the confident, cocky, class clown person.
Yeah. They need a job, otherwise they're going to misbehave. So let's give them a job.
Yeah, let's rein them in with rules.
Yeah.
What else did Toastmasters? Oh, so also introduced the first dance as well. Lovely. It's just like, do you know what I mean? It's just nice having.
It's a bit nicer than like DJ Dave.
I would. My opinion again. My podcast. My opinion. I never think the venue should be doing it. No venue will ever hype you up like your mate will. I personally don't like it when DJs do it. It gives a bit Love Actually era. Not for me. And I personally don't like Toastmasters. It's not my vibe. I just think it should be a friend, family member. Best man's a great person to do it. They've got to do a speech anyway. So do you just have them throughout the day? A groomsman, a brother. Brothers are always really good.
Yeah, brothers.
Brothers are good. Father of the bride.
Women?
Women. I will come on to women though. Hold on. Father of the groom is a great one to do it because they don't have
official jobs
otherwise.
Dad jokes. Love a bit of a dad joke.
Yeah, like put a little pun in everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't mind. Then mums are a great one to do it if they're hype enough. Maid of honours, they need a role. They could be great at it. The rogue auntie.
Yeah, the drunk
rich auntie
auntie
that's got no kids and
darlings. Grab your vodkas.
Yeah, it can literally be like, let them have a bit of personality with it. But I just think that the role is so overlooked these days,
definitely.
and it can be so much better than that. But having said that, the very least thing you need is someone to announce you into that room, because that's important, and a good song. Are there any other ways to give that MC like more stuff, more spice?
Spicy.
Spicy.
It depends how silly you want to go, I think. Like props are a great one.
Yeah.
I've seen people with like these, like the boombox microphones.
Yes.
Things like that. Obviously the hat that I said about the Toastmaster.
Yeah. You can get them the red jacket.
You can get them the red jacket.
Yeah.
Props are always, I'm just such a fan of props when it comes to speeches, Toastmaster, things like that.
I also think putting them in like the newspapers or the orders of service or
yes,
something.
I want their
as a
face
role.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They're like the TV presenter of your day.
They're the host. They're the host of your wedding. They are the person that is making sure that everything is, they're not, but they look like they're the person that's bringing everything together and doing all the timings. If you've been
they're the Cilla Black.
They're the Cilla Black of your love story. If you are an MC though that is now been sent this episode by the people getting married, there are a few rules that you do need to stick to. Number one is that you need to let the couple know, or whoever is doing the timings, how long you're actually going to be with things. Because if you're introducing each speech and it's 10 seconds, fine. If it's a 2-minute thing, I need to know. I just need to allow enough time for it. Number two is that you do not announce anything without somebody having told you to do so. This sounds, again,
Preach
like
it.
I'm red flag and bossy, but timings don't always run on a wedding day. Even I don't announce something until I've gone and spoke to the caterers and said, are you ready for me to go and sit everybody down? Are the candles lit? Are you ready to do this? Is the bar set? Is tea and coffee out? So never do anything until the person that is in charge has come and said to you, yeah, cool, go. Like a nice, obvious, big thumbs up is what you'll get. And then you ding and stand up and do whatever. And then number three is don't add too much stuff than what's already been agreed. Do you know what I mean?
Don't try and be too funny.
Don't be, it's not about you, but it's about you.
Yeah.
Like it's not your job is to make the couple look even more important, basically.
Yeah.
So talking about them and jokes about them and stuff like that is nice.
It's like this, it's the puns, isn't it? Like I remember the one that I had, he was saying we had to go from like A to B and it was like off-road. So people who couldn't walk because of like crutches or elderly.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you need to walk to the fire feast, if you're unable to walk, not because you're drunk, but because you need to, we've got transport sorted. So it's just, again, like you said, the facts.
It's the housekeeping
but spice
stuff.
it up.
Yeah. Housekeeping, but if you've got the right person saying it, then it's always funny.
It's like when you go on an airplane and they do their spiel, but they put some jokes in and you're like, oh, this is going to be a good flight. They're fun.
Yes, I agree. So this person is like Cilla Black meets air hostess meets all about them, but not too about them. Which does then lead me nicely in to bride speeches.
Yep.
Did you say I posted my speech the other day? And I've had a lot of good, I don't mean good feedback about my speech. I mean good feedback about people being like, I want to do a speech because I'm a bit sick of it being all men.
What about Brian?
Do you know what I mean?
I love a bride speech.
I just think it's so nice. And if you're listening to this and needed the sign, here's your sign.
Yeah, because like typically my podcast, my opinion, brides do a lot of the planning. So they want to talk about it and they want to
They want their moment.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with
But
that.
then are we saying that and then taking the moment away from typically the groom?
No.
Because the bride had the entrance.
Yeah, but it's
But that's all
sometimes
the bride
nice.
gets is the entrance.
It's sometimes nice. Wow. Technically, you've then got father of the bride talking about the bride, best man
Yeah.
talking about the groom, and then the groom
Talking about the bride.
talking about the bride. So there is another space for someone to talk about the groom,
Yeah.
typically at a typical wedding.
Yeah. I am so glad I did a speech.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I did one. And I don't think it...
But if you're not funny and you're nervous, and don't if you don't do
Yeah,
it if you're nervous, like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just awkward. You got to be funny. You got to be
You've got to
charismatic.
be confident in the fact that you could write something half decent and...
crack a few jokes.
make a few jokes in it. I definitely read mine way too quickly. I didn't look up enough. Like, and that if I analyze it post wedding, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do it again because I do X, Y, Z. But I don't care. I'm glad I did one. I'd rather do one that wasn't as good as I could do it if I did it now.
I also think it's like nice, like the nice parts of your speech to Brian. Like
Yeah.
when I listened to it again the other day, it made me cry again. When you're like, if you're ever alone in this world, no,
Yeah.
you're not. And I was literally like, it's actually nice to show emotion to your partner, I
Yes,
think.
because a lot of people don't. I mean, we did have a very personalised ceremony, but you don't get. Most people don't do their own vows. Most people don't like you. At what point in your wedding have you actually had the moment to be nice?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to be clear as well, the speech that I put, obviously you can only put a minute and a half on thingy. So I asked Brian to clip down some of it and he clipped out more of the nice stuff. So it just looked like I was totally savage the whole way through. If you go on YouTube, there's a longer bit which has more nice stuff. Brian's wasn't as savage to me as I was to him.
No.
I'll put his on soon.
Because I don't know if they feel like they can be quite savage in the speech. It's very much
Yeah.
like, say your thank yous, do this. My
Yeah.
bride, my wife, my now wife.
Woo!
Yeah. It's not like,
You can't be too mean.
yeah.
But again, I think you should, if you're getting married, you should know your relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
There's the line and you just dabble on it. Little footsteps, tiptoes to it. And then you come and then you say the nicest things you've ever
My
said. about
favourite
her.
thing of your speech is when Brian Wet goes, savage.
It's because he did come second in every single competition he's ever
But it's
done.
like something unpredictable. I bet he never thought you'd say that in your speech.
And do you know what? Loads of people made that same joke. Poor Brian. It was a little bit of a best man speech and a little bit of a wife speech. I'm
But
okay with it.
with your speeches, I bet you wish you had someone read over
yeah.
all of them because there was some points that
my dad, I think Brian cut it out of his one actually, but there was a whole bit of Brian's speech that my dad said.
Yeah.
But now we know. Get
Yeah, I
get
got
somebody
a
to
bride
check
coming
it
up and I
over.
was like, can you get all the speeches emailed to me?
Yeah.
Because I need to look at them because
Yeah. Well, I had somebody send me their. So when
I
a
cry at
friend,
reading speeches.
I love speeches. I really love speeches. What's your favourite bit of a wedding? Genuinely. Because I keep changing mine. Because now we've just talked about the entrance. I do love an entrance.
I love it all. I can't. Sorry, I'm not pinpointing it.
But if you could only watch one bit of a wedding.
Speeches.
Yeah.
Speeches hit me
Which
in the heart.
speech though?
Usually, I like it when a groom is a bit soft.
Yeah. I need to go back and listen to Brian's. How soft were you?
But
for
then
me?
I liked your vows because they were personal.
Yeah, I enjoyed our vows.
So I would say your wedding, your vows.
Thanks. Should I find my vows?
You've done them.
Have I?
Yeah.
I need to find Brian's speech. I'm going to go home and watch how wet you were on the speech. I wish I could go back and just take it all in a little bit more.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, get the fucking videographer.
Yeah, get the video.
I
Get
am
2
so
videographers, get
glad.
3, I promise you.
I'm so glad that I can go back and watch my whole ceremony. I can go back and watch my whole speeches. I want to see the whole thing. That's the only way that is genuinely the only way you can relive the wedding.
Yeah. I agree.
Sorry guys, just spent 2-3 grand of your budget.
Have you got any bitches from me today?
I do actually, yeah. Would you like one?
Yes, please.
Oh, this is a good one. It's not really a bitches, but it's like a question, genuine question.
Okay.
I've just got engaged and I know
Congrats.
and I know it is a non-negotiable that my fiance wants to get married in his church. However, all of the wedding venues near me that I can find are totally not what I want. How far is too far to travel between venues? Happy to organise and fund transport between both, etc. But also not sure how that could work as there are loads of possible travel scenarios that are needed. Thank you. P.S. Adore the podcast. Really hope we can convince my fiance that we need a coordinator. But I want to take this in 2 parts. First part is, how do you deal with if Jack was like, it's a non-negotiable to get married in my church,
It's a non-negotiable then.
but there's nothing near you. There's no venues near it.
Well, there's going to be.
Yeah, but nothing you like. So your choice of a venue has now been squared down to an hour rate. Because how far is too far?
It can't go longer than an hour, sorry.
An hour's a long time though.
That is tops.
No, I know, but what's the reel shouldn't be going further bigger than 45 minutes. To me is a long time.
Yeah, no, I don't think, like, I literally, it's dangerous territory. So you've got two options. You do a ceremony at the church on a different day, and then you have a celebrant do the wedding.
Who comes to the church ceremony?
Family and friends, like direct family. If that's a non-negotiable, marquee. Land
Ooh,
and
yeah.
marquee.
Yeah. Church and marquee.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Okay, so what we say in an hour is the absolute max.
Absolute max. Sorry, no more.
But also, hold tight a minute. Cars. So do people drive? They can't drive to the church and then get on transport.
I think
So they drive to the venue and then you get the bus
from the
But
venue.
that's 2 hours on that bus.
But most people do an hour commute every day for work. A lot of people do.
George, do you reckon?
It's not like my commute from Cheltenham to Gloucester is around 40 minutes in rush hour.
You better be providing some stuff on that bus.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Party bus.
Yeah.
Like,
But not pre-ceremony. Like,
you
but
can
then
get really nice buses that have got like coffee machines and like tables. And,
I'd have snack bags that get given out post-ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a long time, isn't it?
And if that's what he wants, he deals with it.
Yeah, agreed.
Your
You
problem,
saw
hun.
buses. It's the worst part of wedding planning. I will say it again. Transport is the worst part. That's really hard for her though, isn't it? To try and find something. Your thing has been
A church is important to people.
Yeah.
Especially if you are religious. That's a non-negotiable, especially like in his family and stuff, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's do a marquee, hun. Don't be scared of marquees. I love a marquee.
Me too.
And there you go. You need a coordinator. If he wants to get married in his church.
Yeah, you have to have you do. Yeah. But when you do have a church though, you do need the coordination of getting everybody in and out and confetti and then leave the church, guys. Get on the bus.
Yeah.
Get on the buses. I've done quite a few London weddings lately that have had the big red buses.
Yeah,
Love them.
cool.
They're so cool. You need to fill in though, guys. Because the other day I was like, they had the like exact number of seats that were on that. And I was like, everybody needs to be sat, which is where an MC comes in handy. Ladies and gents, we need to fill this bus, otherwise it's not going anywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Sit down.
Your bums on seats.
Bums on seats, let's go. And then that MC can also be the hype person of the bus.
Yeah.
There should be a hype person on each bus.
I bring a speaker.
Yes. Okay, final part of the episode. Give me 5 ways to make a bus journey fun.
Oh, okay.
We've
bus
said a few,
journey.
you can use them.
I think it depends, because are we going to ceremony or after ceremony?
Post ceremony.
Post ceremony. Okay, so we're going to wedding breakfast now, and it's a bit fun.
Yeah, on the way to ceremony, nothing. You're just talking. You're getting ready. You're excited.
Okay.
That's it.
So I think speaker for music,
Yep.
get the good vibes going, or do you like silent disco headphone vibes? So make it a
Yes.
bit funner.
Cute.
Because the driver might be like, no, you can't do that. I definitely think you need food.
Yeah.
Snacks.
Yeah.
Can be fun snacks. I don't care what you want to do.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It can be like picky bits. It can be sweets. It can be
Little
chocolate. It can be popcorn.
Yeah.
You could,
Ooh.
the buses you get with TVs.
Yes.
You could get like a movie made about you guys, or, you know, like before you walk in, like a bit of a show reel about something really fun.
Nice.
Alcohol.
Yes. You can have drinks on the bus, surely.
Yeah, have a few drinky poos.
Yeah, I've done it before where they've had little tins. Little tinnies.
Tinnies.
Little
That's a
tinnies.
good one. So nothing too strong,
No,
because
just a nice little sippy little beverage on the way.
beverage, you know.
You can't complain if you're on that bus and you've got snacks, music playing, and a little tinny in your hand.
I would say make sure there's a toilet on the bus. Though.
That's true.
And what was I going to say? You've ruined
Took the words out of your mouth.
a game. If you've got an MC, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Let's play anything you want, but something where everyone can get involved in. Super
Yeah.
funny.
Keep those vibes going.
Keep those vibes going. Good energy, good vibes. Don't let people sit and just lull.
No, you would not notice an hour bus journey if all of that jazz is happening.
Yeah.
100%. As the couple, are you getting on the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when they
But
get on
then
the bus.
are you having photos at the church? You having all of that?
Logistically, it doesn't really work, but for bants,
But
great fun.
For that.
I'd have bridesmaids on one bus and grooms, or 50-50 split. But
Yeah.
again, I think the role of bridesmaids and groomsmen is hype.
Bring the energy.
Bring the energy. Okay. I hope that episode has been helpful. I hope it is getting your hope. I hope your juices are flowing. I hope your juices are flowing.
That's weird.
That is a saying though, isn't it?
Creative juices.
Great.
Are flowing.
Oh, thank you. I hope your creative juices are flowing.
Mhm.
I hope you're thinking about who your MC is going to be. And I hope you send in this episode so that they know to be a little bit more like Tom.
Shout out Tom and Izzy. It's dedicated to you.
This whole episode has literally been dedicated to you. Beth, who's going to be your MC at your wedding?
Not you.
Oh, Don't be like that.
Emma,
I'll
you're
do
not
it all in an
coming.
Australian accent.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your... What's Australian stuff? Get your cork hats on.
I don't know who it would be. Who's the class clown? There's a few on Jack's side.
Or you get the maid of honour and the best man, and they're kind of like pitting it against each
I think
other.
there's people that are cheekier than that.
Depends who your maid of honour.
Professional
and best
flirting.
man. Yeah. They should be professionally flirting and getting that wedding going.
For sure.
End of. Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you do all the stuff that Brian tells us to tell you to do, like
Subscribe, share, send
follow,
some love.
comment, all of that jazz. You
And
know.
we'll see you next week.
Love you. Bye.